This content is based on a telepathic communication between the 9th density collective of Ra and their conduit, Joe. Welcome to the Book of Ashtara. Young souls incarnate on 3rd density planets such as Earth to become integral parts of the holographic experience you call physicality. Lives lived in amnesia provide significant opportunities for soul growth, and the avatars fully embrace the dualistic game they are part of. Inhabiting a human body as a soul fragment, you might occasionally question the purpose of your journey. Many on Earth have by now attained a heightened level of consciousness, making them look at life differently than before. Consequently, the 3rd density reality seems increasingly undesirable, as extreme levels of duality lead to constant disagreements, unhealthy competition, and violent clashes between polar opposites. During times of ascension, avatars often simultaneously experience 2 densities. As there is no clear border between the realms, they interlap. Think of the 12 densities of this universe as the Earth's atmosphere, with a high density of gases close to the surface, but a gradual thinning the higher up you go. The most challenging passage involves living in the 3rd and 4th densities simultaneously. Both are physical realms, but the 4th is considerably shorter and can be described as a preparatory and transitional period before exiting the physical realms altogether. After that, soul fragments emerge in upgraded avatars, Homo Luminous, becoming part of the semi-physical 5th realm. In the 3rd density, the veil of amnesia is thick and the experienced gravity is strong. Players endure a never-ending stream of challenges, resulting in intense turbulence. On the 4th density, the veil is thinning and the drama of the old appears increasingly disturbing, akin to absurd mind games, keeping people stuck in destructive behavioral patterns. In the 3rd density, suffering is taken for granted and accepted as part of life. On the 4th, avatars awaken to their own responsibility for the suffering in their lives. It is also understood that conflicts near and far can be healed on the inner journey. Disagreements aren't solved by picking sides or supporting one party or the other. The illusion of powerlessness fades when choosing the middle way, understanding the 3rd density human condition and deciding to walk away from the game. Since all are interconnected, inner healing becomes outer peace. This process becomes increasingly potent when belief is replaced by profound knowing, an awareness of the innate power of the human avatar. In the 3rd density, players often feel the need to push their agenda and combat opposing forces. There's a desire to prove a point. As in a world of right and wrong, one's own worldview is considered infallible. Upon entering the 4th density, players step off the hamster wheel of suffering and embrace the middle way. Despite the reality of polar opposites and the undeniable suffering in the dualistic game, healing oneself and the world involves understanding polarity, maintaining neutrality and transcending the timeline of revenge. Walking away from the old world and manifesting a new earth becomes the transformative journey of those ascending. While spending some years alone may be necessary, like-minded individuals are eventually found on this path. Approaching the fifth density, players simply look the other way, refusing to partake in the madness of the old matrix. When you really think about it, many political parties, royal families, and authoritarian regimes have ruled the world, yet the human condition has remained unchanged. No religion has managed to heal and unite humanity. No ideology has offered universal solutions, and no hero has saved the world. The reason is simple. Achieving long-lasting peace and harmony on the third density is challenging, if not impossible, since the Matrix is not constructed with that outcome in mind. Instead, the Matrix offers players the gift of strong amnesia, simultaneously allowing them to think and act freely. Free will under amnesia leads to enormous soul growth. This is possible since avatars accept separation as a fact of life, and are willing to dig deep trenches between opposing forces to make the contrasting experiences feel even stronger. If you knew who you really are, you would never hurt another human or animal. Yet, following in the footsteps of earlier generations, players continue the game as their forebears did. Only natural cataclysms, akin to evolutionary renewals, halt life on a planet and force failing species to seek renewal. The universe is full of events that can end and start the cycle of life. Renewal is a certainty, as is ascension. If a species reaches self-awareness and stays alive long enough, it will ascend through the fourth density, undergoing a profound spiritual and biological upgrade. For humans on Earth, this translates to emerging as Homo luminous at the end of the tunnel of transformation. Using this analogy, the tunnel is the fourth density, connecting the dark past with a brighter future. From our ninth density perspective, higher density translates to more light, less gravity, less matter, faster vibration, higher frequency bandwidth, and access to higher consciousness. Humanity stands on the brink of ascension, a natural step in cosmic evolution. The 26,000-year ascension cycles are integral parts of life on Earth, with evidence dating back much longer than archaeologists and scientists currently acknowledge. You are not the first civilization on Earth to approach an ascension event. The experiment of life has been ongoing for an extended period, encompassing not only the well-known Hyperborea, Lemuria, and Atlantis, but numerous civilizations that rose and fell into oblivion before them. Some were destroyed, some still exist as higher density collectives on the planet, and others have departed the solar system altogether. The lack of awareness about these civilizations stems from their higher density, rendering them invisible to Earth humans of third density composition. Most surface remains and traces of their civilizations have naturally been lost in floods and cataclysmic events as the Earth's crust shifted, flipped, rose, and sunk. It is important to remember that planet Earth, like the universe itself, has 12 densities, and the closer to the core and further from the crust you get, the higher the consciousness level. Inner Earth has yet many secrets to reveal to humans. You watching this video are awakened or awakening avatars firmly in the 4th density, recognizing that you create your own experience. Learning to choose harmony involves giving as little attention as possible to the old world and its drama. Acknowledging that you can't change the matrix or lift the thick veil under which 3rd density players live, your mission is not to alter the universal matrix, but to align more with who you truly are. This is a slow process, day by day, decision by decision, becoming of service to others. Life appears notably easier as a human awakens further, existing partly in the physical 4th, but increasingly often in the semi-physical 5th. At that point, hope fills the air, and there is light at the end of the tunnel. As the journey expands, the 5th density becomes an all-encompassing experience. However, during times of ascension, there is a toggling back and forth between 2 and sometimes 3 density bands. This process often feels like an emotional roller coaster. Inner turbulence intensifies when the burdens imposed by others add to your own personal challenges, making the current period on Earth overwhelming for many until ascension is completed. Nevertheless, comprehending the bigger picture by understanding your origin helps. It involves recognizing perceived suffering as part of the unawakened mind's inability to choose balance when experiencing duality. This awareness in itself makes the metamorphosis during times of graduation or harvest more bearable. In this context, we wish to clarify that the difference between the physical 4th and the semi-physical 5th realm is significant. This shift involves a biological, genetical, and physiological upgrade of the human avatar, which in some cases can be an in-body experience if a being lives long enough to allow this to take place. However, it is always possible to experience the energy of higher realms within your own home. If you have reached the consciousness level required, you can live in a 5th density bubble, creating a home environment of comfort, peace, and unconditional love. Yet, interacting with the world at large is still a necessity for most people, and therefore this bubble cannot extend outside the sanctuary of your home. By making spiritually informed decisions regarding career, partner, and friends, your life journey can remain surprisingly harmonious while in the 4th density, knocking on the gates of the 5th. It is possible to limit the 3rd density to the random news broadcast that you accidentally hear in the background when out and about. At home, you have the chance to completely cut out the drama that media, politics, and economics bring. The individuals orchestrating events on the 3rd density are wholeheartedly surrendering to their strong egos, allowing various degrees of narcissism to flourish under the protective umbrella of amnesia. They embrace separation to its fullest, fiercely guarding their particular ways of thinking. These egos dominate center stage wherever you look. However, as an awakened avatar, you've separated your ego from your true nature. No longer needing recognition from others, you control your ego, realizing it is part of the bodysuit and merely a hologram. You pay less and less attention to the whims of the avatar and more to the unity between all who are part of the collective planetary consciousness on Earth, referred to as Gaia. Amidst the current storm on Earth, you find yourself in the middle of chaotic world events. You can't stop the storm, but must allow it to perform its duties, disrupting, destroying, transforming and forcing people and animals to seek shelter. Yet no storm lasts forever. When the dark clouds are emptied of water and thunder, they dissolve, revealing the sun always there waiting behind the clouds. Utilize the period you're hiding in shelter, metaphorically speaking, to eat, talk, act and think in a healthy way. Stay sufficiently informed, remain agile and be prepared to change your plans as needed. The unawakened drama is no longer yours to solve. In fact, it never was. After the storm, the drama kings and queens will be gone. They disappeared with the storm, leaving you with the task of building something new for your tribe, a place for Homo Luminous to live. You will survive this metamorphosis. Deep down you know that you are protected. Until next video, breathe out all your worries. Then breathe in a brighter future for mankind.